Hello, this is a review of the Verso Prologue cover for the Kindle and the Kindle Touch. Now my wife absolutely loves this cover for her Kindle Touch. It's great, it has a lot of aspects that are really nice, and so let's talk about all of them. But for starters is the look of it. Now, at first we were looking at a whole bunch of different ones that were all just plain black, and so my wife finds this a lot more exciting and appealing, that it looks like a nice leather-bound book. It looks very attractive. So it's a nice maroon color. The cover has texturing all over it, so you can see texturing like this. Has nice colors with the gold color around the edge along with the stitching that make it look very nice. And of course your nice leather binding that it has with antiquing on the painted stars that are on the sides. So it has a nice look, a very nice look, and a nice feel to it as well. It's just like a nice book. You can see right away that it gives you access to things like your power ports so that you can go and charge it or plug in headphones or access the power button without having to take it out of that or to charge it. So you can just set it down, go plug in your charger, and it'll work great. So compared to a lot of the plain black ones that we were originally looking at, we were very happy with how nice this one looked when we received it. On the inside, we see other things. So let's first talk about the first one, is protection of your actual Kindle. So it holds it in very well. So you might wonder, with these elastic bands on the sides that hold it in, do they hold it well? And our answer is yes. So I'm trying to move this around for you right now and it won't even budge. It's partly because it's got a nice backing that holds it, and more so, the other side of these elastic bands actually have a different kind of material on the back that's grippy. So on the back of it, I won't be able to flip it around for the video, but there's a material on the back that holds it very securely. So these things are not loose, so I can't push this either way because it's, I mean, just a little bit, you can see I can do it, but it's hanging onto the device really well, which is nice. So, you know, rest assured that the thing is definitely going to stay in there. At first we were looking at, we liked the idea of other ones that have a slide in where you slide the whole thing in, but this is great. I think it's the corner holding was just great for this. So that's secure. Next up is to protect the screen. So it has a nice thick enough cover. It seems quite sturdy. Now, I mean, I wouldn't sit here and pound on the middle of it, of course, but it does seem to be very nice and sturdy. So my wife will be able to throw this right in her purse and she doesn't really worry about it at all. Now, the only thing is the cover does open up a little bit if you're holding it like this. So I don't know if you throw it in a purse, if you're worried at all, you might want to wrap a little ribbon around it or something like that. But otherwise, you see the cover stays plenty closed on its own, but otherwise doesn't have a strap on it. Also, one thing to be aware of is this one has a pocket right here. So if you see the pocket here, now I wouldn't recommend that you actually put anything in the pocket. Now there's a flaw in other covers out there that we liked this one as not having the problem that several other covers have. So a lot of other covers have a pocket that curves like this. So there's this corner curve rather than the full top to bottom. And the problem you get when they cut across the corner is the corner can curl up a little bit. And there's been complaints from other reviewers that mentioned when the corner was like those that had the corner pockets that they would cause it to actually press on the screen. So people said that they would end up ordering things just by closing the cover because the edge of the corner was actually cutting on the screen. So even with this one, I wouldn't recommend putting anything in the pocket here because, you know, you bulge this out a little bit. At some point, it is going to come into contact with the screen. But this one seems to have not any problem at all with this. This won't bow out on its own if you don't put anything in it. But other people said even if they didn't put anything in the other ones, they were having that problem. Now, some other really nice aspects of this is if you flip it around like this, so you can hold it like this. And my wife rather likes this, that her hand doesn't cramp up. So if you're holding just the raw Kindle of its own, this very narrow device, very thin device that is, she said it would cramp up her hand after a while from hanging onto it. So she really likes a few aspects. Number one, gives you some thickness. So you can hang onto the device because it makes it thicker. Now, of course, it's still nice that you can flip the cover back like this, whereas sometimes if you have a thick book, you're holding it open, you're really stressing your hands trying to hold all the pages open sometimes, especially as you get near towards the beginning or to the end of the book. So my wife rather liked that. The other thing she liked is that it gives you a little bit of a shelf here. So you notice that the thickness here, you can actually use it to help cradle and hold the device a little bit more nicely. So it gives you a lot of aspects by being able to do that. So we really love this cover. We really couldn't be happier with it. It's perfect for everything that we want. I think the price has been worth it compared to some of the alternatives that we were considering. It comes in we purchased ours directly from Amazon, shipped and sold by Amazon, and it just comes in a plain manila envelope that has your usual bubble wrap covers. This is how it came, the cover itself, and it seemed just fine arriving like that. It has this little insert in here where the Kindle normally is. It goes, right here when you receive it. And inside the pocket, it comes with this little thing about clipping on different lights. Comes into that pocket that I told you about. So the first thing we did was remove things from this pocket because we don't want to cause it to bow out, bend out of shape at all, so that it might come into contact with the screen. But we think it's great. We absolutely love it. There's not much more praise I could say about it other than maybe if it had a little clip, but then the clip would always be getting in the way if you had an actual clip on there, and that could be annoying to constantly have something bending around and coming into the contact with your screen here. So I think it's really nice. I'd rather go with a little ribbon or rubber band if I was really, really worried about it flipping open. But otherwise, just put it next to other items and it should be great. So thanks for watching the review.